You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Digastric, mylohyoid, sternohyoid, sternomastoid, clitomastoid is back here, clitomastoid, cricothyroid is this dark line, cricothyroid, sternothyroid, thyrohyoid, which is very, very thin muscle just next to that thyroid part. For the head, we have the masseter, which is just below the zygomatic process. So find the zygomatic process. Just below that is the masseter, the chewing muscle. Right above that by the ear is the temporal muscle. We have pectoralis major, pectoralis minor, minor, major, minor, major. On this side of the arm, biceps brachii, which is the flexor muscle, biceps brachii. This is the clavobrachialis, which is connecting the arm to the shoulder, clavobrachialis. Triceps brachii. Lift this flap up. This is also triceps brachii. This is the brachialis, right here in the middle. Don't forget to lift that flap up. This is also the clavobrachialis. Okay, onto the back and shoulder, clavotrapezius, acromiotrapezius, that thin muscle that covers the shoulder blade, acromiotrapezius. This is spinotrapezius, which connects to the acromiotrapezius, but it goes in a little bit of a different direction. If you see the striations on the acromiotrapezius, they're going this way. This is the spinotrapezius, connects straight to the spine. This is the spinodeltoid, goes in towards the direction of the spine. Acromiodeltoid, runs lateral with the acromiotrapezius. Acromiodeltoid. This is the supraspinatus, and underneath it, past this line that you can see right there, is the infraspinatus below it. Infraspinatus. This is teres major. Inside of the shoulder, subscapularis. Subscapularis. Rhomboideus minor. Rhomboideus major. Minor, major. Go backwards. In the chest, we have serratus ventralis, all these. The scalenes, which are these little muscles up here underneath in the armpit, scalenes. We have the external intercostals, the internal intercostals. The striations are different directions. You see the flap. This long muscle here that runs laterally, this is the latissimus dorsi, the big flap, latissimus dorsi. Here we have the external abdominal oblique, internal abdominal oblique, transversus abdominis, which is as deep as you can go before you hit that pouch. You have the rectus abdominis, which runs the whole length, long and thin. Rectus abdominis. Linea alba goes all the way from the xiphoid process all the way down, and it's a little white connective tissue. Looks like a tendon almost. Goes all the way down. Linea alba. On the back, you have longissimus dorsi. Longissimus. So this is latissimus, like latissimus dorsi. This is longissimus dorsi, like long as in the spine. Spinalis dorsi, which is this triangular connection muscle. If you follow the spine all the way up towards the shoulder, spinalis dorsi. The multifidus dorsi is where you feel the actual vertebra. That's the, multifidus spinae. You see my pointer kind of running over the bones. So for the butt, this small muscle here we don't need to know, so push that out of the way. The smaller one is the gluteus maximus. This is the gluteus medialis. It's kind of like an egg. Gluteus medialis. Into the leg, we have the biceps femoris, which looks like a chicken breast. Pull that back. Tensor fascia latae. Has a whole bunch of fascia all over it. Tensor fascia latae. This is the sartorius, this thin muscle that covers almost all of the thigh group. You pull that back. This is the gracilis, which is also a thin muscle that covers the interior portion of the thigh group. Expose that. This is the vastus lateralis, vastus medialis, the interior portion. Rectus femoris here in the middle, and underneath the rectus femoris is the vastus intermedialis. Intermediate, think middle. Inside, underneath all of these veins and everything, there's a very small muscle called the psoas major. Next to it, we have the pectineus, which is very thin, small. We have adductus longus, adductus femoris, which is the first big fat pad-looking muscle. Semimembranosus, which is the larger one of the group. Semitendinosus, which looks like it would almost connect straight down to the leg. You can also see the gastrocnemius from this side as well, which is the large calf muscle. But it's even bigger on this side. Gastrocnemius. Soleus, tibialis anterior. That's just the front of the leg. This is the semitendinosus deep, semimembranosus deep, which is basically just the same, just the back side of the ones that we already named in there. I think that's it.